This is the newest, most exciting entertainment show where nothing is off limits.
We bring you real, authentic, and raw conversations.
Enjoy good vibes, fashion, and lifestyle from your favorite celebrities.
Fun, trending topics, games, and educative segments.
Every Tuesdays from 3 p.m. and Saturdays from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. With me, LAVIN NYAGOWA
and Hazel Jeru.
Only on The Unfiltered. Get informed on what is happening in our political scenes and people who are making headlines in different parts of the country and the world, right here at TAS TV. Join me, LAVIN NYAGOWA, as I bring to you weekly news highlights that are factual every Friday at 4 o'clock. See you then. Welcome to TAS Media Institute, the home of undiscovered talents. You will be trained by professionals who have a passion in what they do. Do not be left behind. Enroll now and become a pioneer of TAS Media Institute. We are located at Neema Plaza, second floor along Kenyatta Highway in Thika Town. Life can sometimes take unexpected turns, and this family's story is no exception. When a gas explosion completely changed the course of their living, Mr. Joseph Lual and his family have been forced to face unimaginable hardships. But even in this phase of adversity, they have managed to persevere with so much resilience. And as the saying goes, adversity introduces you to yourself. Let's get the story of Mr. Joseph and his family.
So welcome to the first episode of Brain Busters. My name is Mwangi Dominic. Lotko barabara ya MKU. Tunauliza maswali tatanishi.
At TAS Media Institute, we let you discover your talent. Welcome back. Thank you so much for choosing TAS TV. Now, before we went on that break, tulikuwa tunaongelelea boresha jamii, and then I'm choosing to, do these talks in high schools. And then there's somebody from the comments who's saying, rudia hiyo part. So I think it's the last part where we are talking about, how do you engage these students, especially when you go for these talks in high schools specifically?
Oh, first of all, we do demonstration.
Yeah.
So the learners tend to learn from visual more than writing them on the board and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So you find when you're going there, we have dummies to actually demonstrate on the use of condoms. We actually have the physical condoms, the other contraceptives aside, to show them this is what you're supposed to find, this and this and this and this and this. And we don't go, when we're training them, we don't go as a teacher. we go as a youth just like them, experiencing the same things. So you find their mode of information, the information that you're giving is different from schools, how they teach. So you find we are integrating with them, having focus group discussion, knowing what they know, and giving them the right information. Because you find when they're in that focus group discussion, other than having a trainer ahead of them, you find them talk wanaongea vizuri, wanakupeanga every information that parents they are curious about or they are trying.
Because I also remember back when I was in high school, si kitambo though, but ni kitambo. So there was that aspect where the discussions we wouldn't want to have teacher wants to hear and not what they are curious about. So you guys are doing such an amazing job.
Thank you.
Okay, away from that, another person is asking, should UTI treatment involve couples or can the treatment be administered on just like one person? So I think it's that situation where nimepatikana na UTI, my partner does not ajui kama ako nayo ama hana. So when I go to the hospital, should it involve the both of us? Ama it's just me, Juni, mimi ndo niko nayo?
It should involve the both of you. Because if you take the medication and you're treated with that infection, he has it, he'll transmit it back to you. So both of you have to undertake the medication. And it's true there's some infections that don't affect male as female, and there are some that doesn't affect the female like the way they affect the male.
Okay.
So we have, both of us have to take the medication because both of us are going to be affected in the long run.
Okay. So I'm curious. We have those sessions where there are, you know, so many couples. Can that be done like a group of couples or just each couple on its own?
Each couple on its own.
Okay.
If it's talks, couples, different types of couples can be there. But if the services you're offering, other services other than health talk, each individual couple, because you'll find sex, people are not doing the same type of sex that you're doing.
Okay.
Yes. You may think the type of sex you're doing is normal, only to find somebody else is doing something differently, and they cannot talk about it when other people are there. Yes.
Okay. So away from that, sorry to be extremely curious.
Yes.
I just want to
okay.
I am asking on behalf of our dear viewers, you get me?
That's why I'm here.
So there's the aspect where you mentioned there are certain contraceptives zenye zinapatia the female gender UTI. So these contraceptives, are they the same as the, you know, the common urinary transmitted infections that we know, ama they are different from, you know?
It's the same.
Okay.
It's the same.
So now guys, I hope all your questions are answered. Like I said before, remember to follow TAS TV across all social media platforms. That is TAS TV Official on YouTube, TAS TV on Facebook, www.tastv.co.ke on our website, as well as TAS TV_KE on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. While you do that, do not forget Boresha Jamii Initiative across all social media platforms. Sindio, on TikTok, kindly your socials?
Boresha Jamii.
Just across all social media platforms. Okay, so it's Boresha Jamii CBO. Go check them out. They have amazing content, and the fact that, you know, we are gonna be featuring them a couple of times, mara mingi, you know, 1, 2, 3. So you're gonna see them a lot more. Sindio. So away from that, we're talking about education at this particular point. So we have, you know, education and different resources. Senior, so what kind of education and resources do you think will be more helpful for people to make informed decisions about, you know, this sexual and reproductive health?
Education, it's the education that they're lacking. It's not going to be different. It's only that the community doesn't have this information, the right information, not the one that they're hearing from the society. And you find, because we have been, in Kenya, we have grown in the cultural belief and religion belief, right? And that influences us how we are going to make decision upon reproductive health. So if we actually go and seek the health practitioner.
Yeah.
Other than the society, other than your friend, your mom, your auntie.
Yeah.
You seek the health professional who has had this course and done it professionally. You're going to get now that information.
Yeah.
And that's why we are here to give it information, because we have undergone training.
Yes.
Severe trainings upon all those things. Yes.
Okay. So let's now talk about, you know, how men and the females, you know, approach this kind of topic. Is there any difference?
It is. When a woman is thinking about contraceptives, not the way the man is going to think about contraceptive. Because the only thing a man is going to think about is condom.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
Right? And for a woman, she will always be like, okay, I have to prevent for myself pregnancy in case I do it. And I'm in alcohol, maybe I'm using drugs and substance abuses, right?
Yeah.
And you find they have to think both preventing STIs and pregnancy. And if you find a lady who actually is allergic to some of the condoms I talked about, there are some who tend to have candidiasis because of it. You find this lady will actually want to use the hormonal contraceptive other than the condom.
Yeah.
Because of the experience she has been experiencing.
Yeah.
And because people don't even have the best sex education. Like instances, I believe all ladies have experienced where the lubrication is the saliva. Right? Yes, of which is different. It's very bad for the ladies' reproductive health, but men don't know that. Because all the fluids you have in the mouth, their purpose is for the mouth. Right?
And not
for yes. The enzymes, they're going to react there. You say.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. You're supposed to be using lubrication. Why aren't you using?
So you're supposed to have these things when you decide, you know, you want to get cozy, intimate, you know, you have to understand that saliva is meant for the mouth and not any other part of the body. Anyway, away from that, let's now talk about, you know, commercial sex workers and, you know, their sexual and health, reproductive health. Hawa ni watu wenye they normally do not like being exposed to the public, and from the stories that we've seen on social media, not so many of them love going to the hospital, or rather they're scared of going to the hospital. So why do you think that is so, and how can, you know, they be helped out of, you know, that kind of a situation to an extent where they are comfortable with, you know what, in as much as I'm doing this as my job, I also have to take care of myself. Sindio? Just aside from, you know, giving information, education, that is the basics to everything. Sindio? So aside from that.
One thing, there are organizations for the commercial sex workers in Kenya. If you're a sex worker, please join them. Because they are going to give you information about the sex and reproductive health. Every Broadway. Secondly, I think that is biased when you say because I've been in the hospital, the CCC department, and you find they actually are the ones who come for PrEP and PEP, because they have that information in their fingertips. While a person who is a youth, just there, because they are not commercial workers, they don't even protect themselves to that extent level. They actually have more information compared to the common mwananchi. So you find like for a lady, I keep asking people, we have interns in our organization, and the one thing we always ask the ladies, do you have a condom in your handbag? And you find only 2 or 1 or none has that. I'll be the only one, yes, I have a condom in my handbag. And we're supposed to be carrying it. Because the truth is, reality is, we are having sex. We're having reckless sex. Actually, also, most of us. And the sex workers will always have even 4 condoms in their bags. They're not even waiting for the client to come with it. They have it themselves. So that's the difference. And if you find that such kind of information of a person who is a commercial sex worker and they are experiencing such kind of things, it's because she hasn't or he hasn't identified the fact that the organizations that cater and fight for their rights. So mentioning these organizations, probably kuna mtu hajui kuna kwanga na hizi organizations. Just to mention but a few where they can get help. I can mention one common one in Thika. And it's called Kiaso, it's in Witibia. it's the best you can ever have.
Yeah.
Because we have had sessions with them, we actually converse with them, and you can actually hear from the way they talk, they want to support the rights of the commercial sex workers.
Okay, that's interesting. So away from that,
Yes.
we have, you know, gender, how do I call them? Gender-based violence and, you know, gender inequality. So how can we address issues related to this in relation to, you know, sexual and reproductive health, sorry?
Yeah, the first thing is we should learn to hear the other person's view. The thing is, most of us want, like the ladies, we will talk about it, but we will not want the man to talk about it, right? And also him, he has a voice, and he might even advise you better.
Okay.
Because some of them have this knowledge compared to a fellow woman.
Yeah.
Because I've had sessions where with ladies, you find that they're so vague. Some of them will discriminate contraceptive because of what they've had. But for the man, because they are not using them, and they have had girlfriends who are woke, who talk about things in their relationship, you find this guy has more information. We should be having these talks.
Yes.
We should also, even going even to talk to churches, you should have these trainings in churches and in schools and everywhere where the youth, the parents can sit down and talk.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, lazima tujenge our Kenya yetu,
Our
si ndio?
yeah.
And who is our Kenya? Our future generation.
Our future generation.
Exactly.
Okay. So talking about churches shy away, especially place kuna kwanga na watu wazima, kuna kwanga na ile aspect ya, you know, uni mtoto mdogo, mtoe nje, juu tunataka kuongelelea, mtoe nje. Is it, so let me ask you, is it right that kids from as low as 3, 4, 5 years old wakae in session when, you know, parents, young adults, the youth, the preteens, the teens are being talked to about, you know, sexual and reproductive health?
When we're having this talk, we have to divide those people in stages of their ages. Because you cannot talk to a person who is 49 with a person who is 29.
Yeah.
They are experiencing different types of reproductive health, right? The information they're having, right?
Yeah.
So we have to know that if it's the age gap of a person, you have to talk to it individually.
Yeah.
So when we go for trainings, we actually divide them from like 80 years old to 12 years old together, from 13 to 19 together, from 20 to 30 together, that like that.
Okay.
Because they will only be comfortable talking to their fellow peers, but not a person above them.
Yeah.
Because the person above them, you know, everybody is going to look out onto them, other than be like, okay, let me talk about my issues.
So what are some of the most effective strategies for, you know, improving the health and reproductive sexual outcomes?
I think this information, sensitization of information should be done as commonly as the way we give information about tuberculosis and HIV.
Yeah.
Because with the health government, the Department of the Ministry of Health, they focus on one thing, forgetting the other thing. Because yes, there's high prevalence of HIV and AIDS in Kenya right now, right?
Yeah.
Of new infections, right? What are they doing? They keep telling people, there's HIV, wear condoms, HIV, wear condoms, right? Okay, how will I wear a condom?
Okay.
You haven't shown me how to wear a condom, right? And putting in mind, not everybody has a digital phone. They can surf and look, oh yeah, YouTube is going to teach me how to wear a condom. So exactly, there are a lot of information where these youth are supposed to be told, why shouldn't we have stations where they talk about these things? And that's why I'm so happy where TikTok came and is helping, and YouTube is helping us a lot. Well, we see this information in the society, people who we know are experiencing these things and have the same questions. Yes.
Okay, so away from that, as we slowly, you know, come to an end of today's conversation, so we have there's this question about what are the most important, how do I call them? What are some of the most important ways, aside from, you know, the sensitization, the campaigns, and then in relation to, you know, young kids? Because I'm really curious about the age between, why would you divide 8 to 12 and not 8 to 19 or not 8 to 15? You see, I'm really curious about that age gap.
Okay, 8 to 12, when they're indulging in sex, the person they have been close with, they have grown up with. But the age from 13 to 19 is a person who has already is getting information from the society.
Yes.
So you're not going just to be giving new information. You also have to make them unlearn the information they have experienced and they have in their minds. So that's why we have to divide them. Secondly, this age group of 13 to 19, they are actually practicing various types and forms of sex.
Okay.
While this on 8 to 12 hasn't they experience the normal type penetration and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why we have to divide them. And putting in mind there are some who haven't practiced at that age. But at the age of 13 to 19, the ratio actually very narrows it because of the peer pressure, the curiosity.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about parents. Sitting down, from where I sit, I don't remember at any particular point my mom talking to me about, you know, Lavin, it's your this age, this happens when you get here, this might or may happen when you are at this age specific. So there's no particular point I ever sat down with my mom and we talked about, you know, sexual and reproductive health, anything related, sex, the act, reproductive health as a whole, you say. So why do you think our parents are shy to talk to us about these topics?
Because their parents didn't talk to them also.
So how do we deal with that?
The first thing is parents are supposed to, first thing is the parents don't believe their kids are having sex. That is the major thing.
Yeah.
Because I also had this conversation with my guardian.
Yeah.
And I was like, you have never spoken about these things, but I'm the one talking in the society about these things.
Yeah.
And she's like, how do you even start talking about this? And I'm like, I wish I knew the things I know right now about sex, and it would have only come better from you and me going out there
to
and
learn
asking, and asking them. Because one thing is we now tend to find that comfort in the stranger other than the guardian, the family, the family, and which is now making other people go and use other various contraceptives that is wrong for them. Because you find the guardian also has issues she has experienced with contraceptive, and some of these issues are actually hereditary.
Yeah.
But the parent, because she's putting that, she's not talking about it, the kids now tend to experience the same issues that the parent was experiencing.
Okay.
Yes.
So I don't know how to put this.
Yes.
I am way more curious than just, you know, I'm an inquisitive person naturally. So what do you think is the most important piece of information that young people need to know about sex and reproductive health, aside from what we've mentioned? It's
okay to be different. One thing most people think is that because we are a whole community, I'm a guy, you're a girl, what works for me should work for you. It doesn't work like that. It's okay to be different. That's why you find people, nitalemewa na homa, wewe zilemewa na homa.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you find most people, because we are a community, we are the youth, everything should work for me if it's working for them.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that. And that's one thing people should always know. It will never work the same.
It's never the same.
It's never the same, because you find, for me as a lady, I can choose some type of contraceptives.
Yes.
Because I already know I have a negative side effect of it, like the pill itself. I have a very bad negative side effect with it.
Yeah.
While Implano works so good with me. But I already saw the signs and symptoms of Implano, they gave me some mental health issues.
Yeah.
You see, so I have to go back on the drawing board and do it again.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you have to go back to the doctor, seek more information, what best works for you.
Yes, you go do all scannings, everything. And one thing other people keep forgetting is this hormonal contraceptive, it's also working with your body.
Yeah.
How you eat, it affects also how you're going to feel.
Okay.
Yes.
So yes, guys, it has been an amazing conversation. In case there's something that, you know what, you haven't really gotten to the actual info that you are really looking forward to, na hatujai mention, we're going to have another session with Beth, probably next week, same time, same place. Yes. So it's going to be an amazing time. Beth, it has been really awesome having you around. Yes. So there's actually something I wanted to talk about. So we are having a campaign. This campaign is a pad drive campaign that we are striving to raise 1,000 pieces of sanitary towels for, you know, young girls within and outside Thika. So we want to make sure that, you know what, our young girls, our baby girls feel safe when they are in school, so they don't have to miss school at any particular point just because, you know what, amekosa just a 50 shilling sanitary towel ya ku change ya kuvaa, so that she is able to, you know, attend classes comfortably, attend classes without anybody knowing that, you know what, she is on her menses, you see.
Yeah.
So we are on that campaign, we are on that journey to, you know, actually get 1,000 pieces of sanitary towels for our young girls. So in this, we are in a partnership with, you know, TAS TV Kenya, Boresha Jamii Initiative, and Pulse Kenya. So we are working together just to ensure that a young girl somewhere is feeling safe, feeling comfortable, self-esteem iko juu, she's 100% okay, hata kitembea kwa njia, you know, the self-confidence ni kitu each and every one of us tuna strivingi kukuwa nayo, si ndio?
Yeah.
Just a little bit more information.
Yes, so we have a program of Pad Pulse,
yeah,
where we want to, it's called Pad Poverty,
yeah,
in Kenya, where we have even seen in news where ladies are not going to school because of just 50 bob shillings or
yes,
70 bob shillings, right? And nobody's talking about it.
Yeah.
And these are our future mothers, our future bearers of homes and all that.
Exactly.
Yes. So we are coming up with an initiative where we are going to support these kids in high schools and in primary schools,
yeah,
and also tertiary.
Yes.
Because that people experience it also in tertiary and higher learning institutions. We are providing pads. So we are calling out for you, people in the society,
yes,
please
yes,
donate, because the thing is, we uko nayo, mwenzako hana. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So in case you're asking, where can I donate this? We have a pay bill number. What is the pay bill? The account. I think the pay bill is 522.
Yes.
And then the account is
5658
65651.
yes.
Okay, so that is the, you know, just to repeat, the pay bill is 522522, the account is 5865651. So you can send in your donations, and in case you are within or around Thika and you'd want to like come physically, there is Nema Plaza. In case you don't know where Nema Plaza is, along Kenyatta Highway, just before Gatito, on your way to, if you're coming from town, if you're coming from Thika town, just before you get to Gatito. But if you're coming from Nairobi, you pass Gatito just before you get to the junction leading you to Thika town. So you can get there, you can check the offices. That is Boresha Jamii Initiative office, that is Nema Plaza, first floor, room 23 and 24. Or in case you miss them, we are at Nema Plaza TAS TV, second floor, Tante Africa Studios. You'll get to come there, so you can give us, you know, your donations. Remember, even just 5 shillings can get us a long way. So it has been a good conversation. We are all in this journey. Let's fight poverty. Let's fight sexual, you know, let's fight period poverty, you know, just to ensure that our baby girls wako sawa shule. Sindio?
Yes.
Your parting shot.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
It was fun, and I'm so glad that we can have a platform where you can tell the youth this kind of information.
Yes.
Yes, thank you so much for
Asante
having
sana
me.
kwa kukuja. We appreciate you for your time. Sindio?
Thank you, yes.
Okay guys, what did I take home? When it's about you, it's about your sexual health, it's about, you know, your body. So ensure that you get to see a doctor just so you can understand ni nini nafaa kutumia, nini nafaa kujua about mimi, mwili yangu, na the acts that I get involved with. Sindio? Let's meet same place, same time next week. God bless you. Get informed on what is happening in our political scenes. and people who are making headlines in different parts of the country and the world, right here at TAS TV. Join me, LAVIN NYAGOWA, as I bring to you weekly news highlights that are factual every Friday at 4 o'clock. See you then. Welcome to TAS Media Institute, the home of undiscovered talents. You will be trained by professionals who have a passion in what they do. Do not be left behind. Enroll now and become a pioneer of TAS Media Institute. We are located at Neema Plaza, second floor along Kenyatta Highway in Thika Town. Life can sometimes take unexpected turns, and this family's story is no exception. When a gas explosion completely changed the course of their living, Mr. Joseph Lual and his family have been forced to face unimaginable hardships. But even in this phase of adversity, they have managed to persevere with so much resilience. And as the saying goes, adversity introduces you to yourself. Let's get the story of Mr. Joseph and his family.
So welcome to the first episode of Brain Busters. My name is Mwangi Dominic. Tuko barabara ya MKU, tunauliza maswali tatanishi.
At TAS Media Institute, we let you discover your talent.